and in this video I'm going to talk about an important thing that is actually required in a student phase, and that is of retaining things. You all are student, I think so. Yeah. So what is the most important and the most difficult task to do? That is of retaining things, of how long you can just retain your knowledge that you have gained in the schools, in the tuitions, within your self-study time and all. So the basic criteria or the basic things in this video I'm going to tell you, and you can take it as the tips that you can use in your exam times to memorize things more faster. So let's get into it. So the first thing is 10% rule. Now what is 10% rule? 10% rule is actually nothing. For example, you have written 10 pages, for example, of SST. 10 pages you have written notes of SST. Now what you can do is, during the examination time, just take out the 10% of the total number of pages. That is 1 page. Okay, as simple as that. And if you have written 10 lines in a particular page and you need to remember the particular page that you are concerned about, just write one line about the most important line about that page. This is referred to as 10% rule. And secondly, whenever you are just revising your notes, be sure that you write them, not just only read, because reading is totally different thing, because our mind used to get distracted. We are not able to concentrate when we are reading, and our mind used to think a lot of things. So we cannot just go by reading only. We have to write it, otherwise our mind would be deviated in other sort of things. And secondly, never used to just read within that 10% rule, because the 10% rule is only applicable when you write things. Otherwise, that won't create any difference. You will be just reading through the whole paragraph and you will never know how did the time get passed, and you have no time to study at all. So always use a pen to write your notes or to read them, and always apply 10% rule within your studies, and always have a pen in your hand, because whenever you do have a pen in your hand used to write all the things. But whenever your hand stops writing, just write something in front of you where is your study table, that whenever my hand stops, I am not studying. Just simply write in front of you where do you study. And ultimately, whenever your hand stops writing, you will get to know that you are not studying. This is a very important tip that most of the students don't do, or they don't know about this tip. And I hope this tip might help you a lot. So if you like this tip, just do hit that like button, and let's move to the next point. The next thing that student does wrong in his student life is that studying on bed. I know most of you studying on bed. Rather, you have a particular set of table and chair for your studies, but you don't. Why? See, your brain actually tantalizes towards the bed, because whenever you stop reading or you stop writing, your brain will give you a feeling that you are about to sleep, and ultimately after a few times or after a few minutes, you will ultimately feel that dizziness in your mind, and you won't be able to concentrate on your studies. So it is better to sit on the table and chair, so that you can get the bigger margin output that you are in search of. Otherwise, sitting on the bed and then studying or practicing maths is not much helpful, because ultimately you will start feeling dizziness, because our mind is such that it remembers each and everything, because it knows that whenever we are sitting on the bed we would sleep, but whenever we are sitting on the table and the chair, it generates a feeling, there is a spark in the brain that today or at this moment of time I'm sitting over here for study. So it relocates all the things, or just pushes out the feeling of the dizziness in your mind, and actually helps you in concentrating more on studies. And secondly, what happens when we study on the bed? Either our backbone lean towards the bed surface, and ultimately that also creates a pain in our backbone. So it is very much healthy for you also to use the table and the chairs for studying. Moving on to the third point. I think most of you know who was Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was the founder of Apple company. So what he believed that whenever we are walking, our whole body is in active state. While when we are just sitting, what happens is our dorsal, the upper portion of the body, is only active, and our legs and limbs are actually, they have been paralyzed for some period of time because we are not using it. So our brain is only concerned with the upper portion of the body. But what did he believe that if we will walk and attend meetings or will talk one-to-one conversation, then what will happen? Our brain will work quite faster, and it would be able to make decisions more wisely. So it is, whenever you are just in a hurry to learn things, always use this method because it is very much helpful for you also, given by Steve Jobs. Now the fourth point, always use the concept of association. Now what do I mean by association? Association means, let's take an example. 15 August is celebrated as the Independence Day of India. Now imagine my mother to have the birthday on 15 August only. Then what if I am not able to remember the date of 15 August, our Independence Day? Then what I can do is, I can simply relocate or associate that date with my mother's birthday. So what ultimately I am doing? I am associating things with each other, so that ultimately I can create a link between them and write down the answers. As simple as that. Now similarly, these conditions may vary. You can use the appropriate method for yourself, appropriate association for yourself, and then you can just don't have to memorize each and every date, especially in history portion. You have to memorize a lot of dates. Now simply associate with those things, and it will be better for you to understand the date concept, and you will not lose marks in those just 1 mark questions. Now the fifth point is using mind maps. Now mind maps, most of the people think that it's a waste, but somewhere down the line, most of the people who are familiar to it feel like that it is quite interesting to make, as well as quite helpful in the examination time. Because whenever we see a colorful image, our brain used to trap that thing. It gets attracted towards that particular thing, and when the branches are being made from that particular thing, we used to just associate. Again, it's a type of association only, but within a creative manner. So both the fourth and the fifth points are interrelated to each other. But fifth point is just the upper version or the latest version that have been used in place of association, direct association. Now in the fifth point, we are simply using the creative association. That association is there, but we are just connecting the branches, how we reach over there, what were the steps that were taken by the particular thing, and we can simply get our answers. And it's quite a helpful thing for those who are very much creative. But it's not only a thing for creative only. Normal people or average students can also get used to it, as it's quite helpful for the student as well. When you reach the examination hall, just carry within your pocket, open it, read it, and you are done with your revision part. As simple as that. You don't have to worry about each and everything, that the whole book, this much thick books. Simply you need a page or 2 pages, create the mind map within the 2 pages, and then you are ready with a particular subject. Now moving on to the last point. Now the 6th point is very much crucial for all the students. Whenever you want to go through a particular topic, what do? We used to go through it twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, to the utmost level where we can go. But is that thing helpful to you? No, it's not. Now the thing that you can do is simply memorize it, read that topic once or twice, not more than that. Now when you are done with the topic, reading part, and as well as the 10% rule that I told in the first portion, then what you can do is stand in front of a mirror or take a mobile phone in front of you and record yourself as a teacher. That particular topic that you have read, now try to explain to yourself only. Because whenever you do it, you will get a feeling that you are teaching someone. And whenever you are teaching someone, you get through your topic even better than the simple reading that you are doing in your books. And mind it, whenever you use this particular method while walking, for example, I am walking like this. So whenever I use this method while walking, my mind would be more active at that time. So ultimately, the last criteria would be very much helpful to me. So here are all criteria that I told. So now you can go to one by one, and if you miss any, you can switch back to go back to the starting and adjust yourself where you find the topic. So I hope you all like the video. If yes, do hit that like button and share the video as much as possible, and do subscribe our channel for next videos such on these topics. Till the time guys, stay tuned and goodbye. And as we all know, lockdown is about to end, so please don't leave your house, stay at home, stay healthy, because examinations are not much